Welcome to the Pavillion Theatre. My name is Sherriff, R.C. Sherriff, Robert Cedric. I enlisted with a whole generation of men to fight for king and country on the Western Front. Those were the men who walked onto the pages of my play. By the end of 1914, there are 145 miles of trenches, starting at the North Sea, running through Belgium and northern France, to the slopes of the Swiss mountains.
God, it's full of water! I ain't changed my socks in a week. You'll get trench foot. Ah, got it.
How many more nights the bloomin' front line?
Dunno. 3 or 4, depends.
On what?
They'll rotate us eventually. Before we're dead. Oh, cheer up. You're on sentry duty. You might get to shoot one of them. Rats! Ah, ugly yellow-eyed devil. I know why you're so fat, you bastard. You and you coming, ever coming to here and steal and us dead or alive.
I'm just telling my missus thank you for the sausage rolls.
Thank you, Flo. Send some more, Flo. She's a good cook, is Flo.
It's useless to try and keep parcels, as the rats are ready to pounce on any food on a man's person. I ate 6, Flo. Then gave the rest to Eddie, Jack, Bill and Will.
The rats are multiplying by the thousands, and they are driving us mad. They are feeding on the bodies we are unable to bury, so sucked down in the mud for that.
Some of those ugly little scrawls rang with a truer note than any elaborately worded missive could. A dirty bit of paper, no address, no date, to darling Jenny or dearest Ma, telling her he was well, hoping she was the same.
Well, I'll be.
What?
That's a little flower. Just growing there. Just growing.
And you got and picked it. It's not growing there now, is it? It hasn't stopped raining for 15 days. Then, we only had 1 day without it. The sun didn't come out, and our trench is waterlogged. And there's an horrible smell as we've been weeks in the same place.
That's good, that is. What you're writing there.
No, it ain't.
Paints a picture.
I've seen some poor horses dying. Been standing in the mud all winter. Pitiful to see them limping along, and their drivers even more pitiful. I've seen one of them crying, because he had to park his horse.
Nearly 1 million British soldiers died and nearly 2 million were wounded between 1914 and 1918.
I reckon you'll be wounded first, Eddie. Because you have got a big head, and sooner or later some Fritzy will put a bullet right through it.
I'll bet you, Bob, you'll be wounded first, Bill Bennett.
It is so easy to write that number, just a few soft strokes of the pen. But those dashes of ink on the page represent human beings who became dead or disabled.
You're going to write your letter, Jack? Then you can take it all down with you when you go down for rations.
Is it me then?
Now you're awake, eh? Quick note to your mum.
What do you know about the rats? Or the rain? Or the cold? Or the mud?
Men who were dear to their parents, wives and sweethearts, children, friends.
I can't really write.
Yes, you can.
I'm not Nightingale.
I'll write that for you then.
Dear Mum and Dad. And little Susan.
Go and take them all down now.
So at least my diary don't get read by some nosy officer.
Love that, Ren. And yours?
Gonna make the nosy officer blush.
Gonna make my wife blush, I hope. Bringing her the tea back.
I wonder if 100 years later, people will remember that.
Flurry forward!
Take me back to dear old Blighty. Put me on the train to London town. And up again we soon shall be. Woo! Tiddly idly IT. I'll give me home to Blighty. Blighty is the place for me. 2004.
by racing down the
There's women driving trains, building ships.
I've made over 300 sausage rolls, and amazingly, they've all got there. Every single parcel.
One day, she saw this young man on a stretcher. Then it was our brother, Tom. Our brother who asked me to write to his friends. So she says to the soldiers who are carrying him, put him in my ambulance, I'm his sister. When he died, she was there with him, holding his hand. She came and told us.
The Battle of the Somme started on the 1st of July 1916. It was seen as the big breakthrough, the smashing decisive blow that would pave the way to victory. The ground was supposed to be prepared. The successive waves of troops made the 100 yards a minute advance. The multiple belts of stars in front of the German trenches and the machine guns were still in place. General Haig didn't call it off. He didn't want to be called a coward.
They wound up their guns on automatic field and fired. They mowed us down. The officers led the way and they got killed first. And it seems to me eventually there's just one man left. I can't see anybody at all. All I can see are these men lying dead and men screaming. I don't know what I can do. I'm alone in a hell of fire and smoke and stink.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pavillion Theatre this evening. Tonight's play is set in a British dugout on the eve of the Great German Offensive.
I want to talk with you, Sergeant Major. Yes, sir. Sit down. Have a whiskey.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Look here, Sergeant Major. We must expect this attack on Thursday morning at dawn. That's the second dawn from now.
Thursday morning. Very good, sir.
We're to hold these trenches and no man's to move from here.
Very good, sir.
Now, it may happen that companies on our sides will give way, leaving our flanks exposed.
Well, sir, when the attack comes, of course we'll beat them off. But what if they keep attacking?
Well, then we keep beating them off.
Yes, sir, but what I mean is, they're bound to make a big thing of it, sir.
Oh, I think they would. But you understand what I mean, Sergeant Major. Our orders are to stick here. If you're told to stick where you are, you don't make plans to retire. What's the news, sir?
Brigadier came to see me this morning. It seems almost certain the attack's to come on Thursday. Now, they got information from more than one source, but they don't know where it's going to fall the hardest. Bosch began relieving his front-line troops yesterday. Now, they're bound to put certain regiments where they intend to fall the hardest.
Oh, naturally.
Yes, well, the General wants us to make a raid to find out who's been put into the line opposite here.
What do you suggest, sir?
Well, I suggest Osborne, for one. He's a very level-headed chap, and he can direct it.
And who else?
Well, as a matter of fact, I was thinking of that youngster that I sent up to you last night.
Right.
Yes, he's just the type. He's full of guts.
He's awfully new to it all.
Well, Osborne, everything ready?
Yes, I think we're all ready, sir. I make it just 1:45.
That's right.
The men are going to stand by at 3 minutes to.
Right, the smoke bombs will drop exactly on the hour. You'll give the command to go as soon as the smoke's thick enough.
That's right, sir.
Were the men having their rum, Uncle?
Yes, just as we left.
And Riley, now you just go in like the blazes, grab the first Bosch you see and bundle him across here, eh? Now one will do, but bring more if you see any handy.
Right, sir.
And if you succeed, I shall recommend you both for the MC.
Thank you, sir.
Remember, a great deal depends on bringing in a German. It may mean the winning of the whole war, you never know.
If anything should happen, would you send these along to my wife?
You're coming back, old man, damn it! What on earth should I do without you?
Goodness knows.
Must have somebody to tuck me up in bed. Well, I'll see you up in the sap before you go.
Let's have one last look at the map. Directly the smoke is thick enough, I'll give the word. You run straight for this point here.
When I get to the Bosch wire, I lie down and I wait for you.
Don't forget to throw your bombs.
No, I've got them here.
When I shout righto, in you go with your 8 men.
All right, Sonny. We ain't gonna hurt you.
Was ist der Nummer von sein Regiment?
20.
20th Württembergers.
Mein Geburtsort?
What's that?
You wish to know where I was born?
No. What town did you come to the front from?
Looks like his paybook, sir.
Good.
Stop that!
Was ist hiermit? Will you please keep that?
You let go! Stop!
Right, Sergeant Major. You can take him up to my headquarters and I'll question him again later.
Very good, sir. Come on, Sonny, up you go.
Stammer, this is absolutely splendid. It's just what we wanted. 20th Württembergers. They came up into the line last night. I must go and phone the Brigadier. He'll be very pleased about this. It's a real feather in our cap.
How awfully nice. The Brigadier's pleased.
And the raiding party, are they all safely back?
Did you expect them to be all safely back, sir? 4 men and Raleigh came back, sir.
Right. Well done. Well done, my boy. I'll see you get the military cross for this. Come and sit down. Come and sit down. There.
Must you sit on Osborne's bed?
Sorry.
Big moon last night. Did you see it? Where was it? In the sky. What? Where did you see the moon?
Just walking home.
Who with?
No one. I was on my own. I've been down my auntie's helping her clean.
Were you with last night?
Oh, give it a rest.
Were you with last night? It wasn't your brother. It wasn't your pa.
There isn't anyone to walk with. She's good with the needle, though. She's making my wedding dress.
Oh, I'm sorry, Izzy.
Nothing for me.
It might... Maybe I pop one through your door.
Have you?
Maybe not.
He says, I am really regretful and sorrowful that I have caused you unhappiness in the past, with my selfishness and absence in the evenings farther down the road in the pub. And I am promising from this moment forward that I will make you realise that despite all my shortcomings, I love you with all my heart, and that you are the best wife that a man could have chosen. My greatest fear is that I may not rejoin my wife and family, and I have that very feeling the most when shells are dropping all around us and the air is whistling with them. Whiz-bangs. And I want you to know that your husband will be a good one for the rest of our days together.
There's birds there. Birds. Singing. Nightingales. So there must be bushes and blue skies for them to be singing, eh? Sounds all right.
Yes, yes it does.
Oh, it's a plain little bird and nightingale. Don't think that much for it, really. But the world would be a poorer place without either of them.
Yes.
What does yours say?
Oh, you know, what he's like. He says he wants me to make him a cat that fits though.
He's written me a poem.
Sad one, is it?
No, it's got a bird in it.
Read it.
I think of you when I'm trying to sleep. I think of you when I'm searching for courage. I think of your hands, hardened with the chores of life, always soft on my face. I saw a flower in the muddy wall. I picked it to send to you. Kiss the same petals that I have kissed, and your lips will feel mine, my love. I am greatly saddened to inform you that your husbands
My mother kept all my letters from the front.
There are mothers throughout the land with precious letters tied up with ribbon. When it came to writing Journey's End, Robert had all those letters to refer to.
Reviews, cuttings. I was an insurance salesman before the war. I became a writer afterwards. But for 1 million men, there was no afterwards. And for many years, women danced by themselves.